a fuck if it was his or not. He bought it. How about that? Kiss my ass. Bitter bitch. At no point did I ever collaborate, conspire, or collude with anyone on the corporate side of this app regarding my complaint to the T word or the registering of the main T service mark. I took it upon myself to report Mr. Jones' TWI accounts to hold him accountable for his behavior and violation of terms and conditions. In my reporting on or about September 9th, I referred to Mr. Jones as Playground Patty due to several text messages between him and a minor that had leaked on TWI and subsequently posted on YOUTUBE link. Here is the link for the reference. And there's a link, child. There's the link. In these messages, it appears that Mr. Jones is attempting to engage in sexual conduct with an underage boy. In these texts, Mr. Jones appears to tell an underage boy that he was going to let him beat it up on his birthday if I make you wait that long. Child. And then he went to showing this lawsuit. Oh, Miss Mama's Tay, he got that would be the text message in the picture. Attached and incorporated by this reference as Exhibit A, an image of the text thread between the underage boy and Mr. Jones. Attached and incorporated by this reference as Exhibit B, an image of the thread between the underage boy and Mr. Jones. Tay. Who can go to jail? Who can go to jail? Oh, it is forever public record. Oh, can you bigo lawyers please shut the fuck up? Because Jason literally just gave me access. And this shit was shown on here and it was recorded and brought to YouTube. So these are shit that the boy who had the messages showed on here. So shut the fuck up. Security! Make sure you mute them. Don't kick them. Just mute them. I'll continue. Okay. Attached and incorporated by this reference, Exhibit C, another message, an image of the thread between the underage boy and Mr. Jones. Attached and incorporated by this reference, Exhibit D, an image of the text thread between underage boy and Mr. Jones. Now, security, this is where you can start muting the girls. Period. Oh, I am reading the court docket. Yeah, you can start. Don't kick them. Just mute them. Because, we like them to see. It is public records because Jason's suing that ass. So, will nobody come into the queue right now so I can finish reading the records of Jason getting... And Jason also gave me... also, not only is this public records, this is something that you're all going to see because Jason wants everyone to know what's exactly is going on. So I don't want y'all to gag because it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. I don't know why you girls gag when somebody gives you a big spoonful, actually not even a spoonful, a ladle of your own medicine. Because I'm pretty sure, wasn't he telling me to check my mail and Jason to check his mail? But now we're reading the mail. Back to this. At one point, Mr. Jones appears to state in the text thread that he would have done it if the child was 12 instead of 16. And also even sent an image of a meme that read, "That dick hit harder when he's younger than you," to the minor. Oh, deja vu, we must have all forgot. Mr. Jones never denied these allegations. Moreover, Mr. Jones has repeatedly admitted to and apologized for his behavior. Although Mr. Jones attempts to justify his actions, this is where it gets good, by claiming that he was unaware that the boy was underage, the plain reading the text shown on YT between Mr. Jones and the underage minor demonstrate that Mr. Jones did indeed know that the boy was underage of 18 years. See Exhibit D. Go ahead, Jason. Because I had previously collaborated with Mr. Jones, I was compelled to address his predatory behavior and distance myself from him to preserve my partnerships with various companies such as Fox, Viacom, MTV, and others. I further felt compelled to distance myself due to the fact that I am a victim and a survivor of sexual abuse. Good for you, Jason Lee, as you should. And anybody else who's a victim of any type of sexual abuse, please let this be a lesson that anybody who sits around anybody who does any of this, is not okay. So I'm glad this is happening. This is public records and knowledge because Jason Lee is suing. I further felt compelled, not only have I openly shared my experience on sexual abuse and being in the foster care system, but I have also mentored foster children who have gone through similar experiences. 28. I do not recall ever referring to Mr. Jones as a pedophile. I only recall referring to him as a playground patty and mother molester during my broadcast. Not Jason, that's bad. Operating in the capacity of a news and report media personality. Okay, well, child. I simply provided my colorful commentary on Mr. Jones' situation because it was one of the topics of the broadcast, as well as a trending topic on this app. Additionally, I referred to Mr. Jones as Mother Bump in just in any reaction to the ongoing rumors and comments circulating through this app that Mr. Jones has the herpes virus. Ooh. My comment was satire and a part of my reporting and commentary. I did not start any rumors regarding Mr. Jones' health. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct. Executed this 17th day of December 2021. DocuSigned by Mr. Jason Lee. Jason Lee Johnson. Okay, that's the declaration, child. Ooh. Tay is Mr. Jones. Tay. Let's see the other one. Oh, the motion. Okay, let's look at the motion. United States Central District of California, Los Angeles. Once again, public knowledge, public records. Notice of motion and memorandum of points and authorities in support of motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint pursuant to F whatever, blah, blah, blah. An anti-slap motion to strike pursuant to California Code, declaration of Jason Lee Johnson, therefore of declaration of Carlos E. Montoya, a suite thereof. You better slap back, honey. Woo! To plaintiff and his attorneys of record. Please take notice that on February 18th, 2022 at 1:30 p.m., or as soon as therefore after the matter may be heard before Honorable Courtroom 6B, 6th floor defendants Jason Lee and Hollywood Unlocked, collectively defendants will and hereby do move the court 1 for an order of pursuant to Fed RCVP 2, dismissing of all plaintiffs' claims for failure to state a claim on which relief may be granted, and 2, for an award of attorney's fees and costs pursuant to the California anti-SLAPP statute. Because plaintiff state law claims are targeted to impair defendants' exercise of their First Amendment right to free speech, and these claims fail to state a claim on which relief may be granted, the motion is based on notice of motion, the accompanying memorandum of points of authorities, the pleading, and other papers on file in this action. Such matters of which this court may take judicial notice as further argument which may be presented at, before, or in connection with the hearing on this motion. It's a motion and it's an anti-slap as well, so he's suing that ass back. Child is too much. Ooh. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, statement of facts, legal standard, argument, child, defamation of character, trade leader, the anti-slap statute, early dismissal of claims regarding a defendant's speech was a matter of public concern. Plaintiff meet his burden of coming forward with admissible evidence to show that he has probably been prevailing on defamation claim. Anti-slap applies. Defendants are entitled to mandatory and attorney fees. So Jason wants his goddamn fees for attorneys and all that shit like that. Plaintiff fails to demonstrate that defendants are liable for trademark infringement and cyber piracy under the Lanham Act. I have no clue what that is, child. Plaintiff fails to provide a sufficient factual showing required to sustain a civil RICO cause action against defendants. Plaintiff has failed to sufficiently establish liability for tortious interference with prospective economic advantage and 2, tortious interference with the contractual relationship. Woo! Yes! Yes, yes. So he's asking him it's already been dropped, but he's doing it for, translate that, child. Somebody gonna have to come up because I'm not that goddamn good in motherfucking shit. All I know is Tay tried to sue Jason, Tay dropped the goddamn charges. Jason already was putting up paperwork. This is the facts that Jason was putting up the paperwork to dismiss his claim. In the process of dismissing his claim, he's also suing that ass back. Legal fees, calling his place, exposing this, doing all that. Basically, it's basically anti-slap and counter-suing that ass. X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean it was dismissed. That's a motion. Well, Jason called me and told me that he already dismissed. They already had contact with the lawyers. Now, I have no clue. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? But we all know that Miss Tay's up there telling the girls to still check. On this app that took him off, is still up there telling the girls to check their mailbox. But check my mailbox. I don't understand how you tell me to check my mailbox, but when you're in New York, you block me after you... Anyways. Plaintiff has failed to sufficiently establish liability against defendants for his cause of action of fraud and conspiracy to commit fraud. Plaintiff has failed to sufficiently establish liability for causes of action 10, 11, 11, 12 against the conclusion. I think we're going to go to the conclusion. I think that makes sense. Don't come into the queue either. Someone's in. Sorry. We're going to go to the
Child, I was just doing the Holy Ghost in the shower, girl, because I just can't believe Jason really got down to the details of everything. And go ahead, I'm just listening, girl. I'm gagging. It's so juicy, girl. I feel like I'm watching court TV.
Wow, child. So, child, my... So, on October 5th, 2021, plaintiff Taquan Jones filed a complaint against defendants Jason Lee for the Hollywood Unlocked. Someone else, all these other people in this app, PT, blah, blah, blah. I don't know who the fuck all these people are. Blah, 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 100 inclusive. Plaintiff and defendants, collectively the parties, filed stipulations to extend time to respond to the complaint. The court granted parties' requests, granting defendants until December 2021 to file a responsive pleading. Blah, 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 blah. Defendants gave plaintiff counsel notice that their intent was to file this motion, dismiss the claims for relief under Rule 12, or the anti-SLAPP statute. Defendants now jointly filed this motion. On or about April 2021, defendant Jason Lee, as an individual's founder editor of Hollywood Unlocked, reached out to the plaintiff to learn more about the live streaming culture, blah, 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 blah. Sorry. We're going to go to the conclusion. Sorry. Child, I'm not no goddamn law scholar, honey. So I'm over here trying to but I read them big words.
You
well.
read them big words. I heard Caligrio,
And subsequently,
whatever one.
and bequeath and bequeaths. Stop.